Hey guys, and welcome to another discussion video, and today I'll be discussing the Mario 35th Anniversary Direct and the things that they're doing for the 35th Anniversary. And there's a lot that they're doing for this. It feels like they're doing a lot more than the 25th anniversary and the 30th anniversary, and, well, I guess the 20th also, though they didn't really do that much for the Super Mario Bros. 20th anniversary. So let's go ahead and get started for talking about Super Mario 3D All-Stars. So in my opinion, I'm actually really excited about Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I know there's a lot of people mixed about this game because they're just porting the original games and not remaking them, and it's going to cost $60, but I really think it's worth the price for a few reasons. One, Sunshine before this cost upwards of like $80 for like a half-decent copy of the game, and I really feel like that game, basically, other than emulating it, is pretty expensive. So since it's being worth about like $20 in this pack is actually really good. And a lot of people are saying that they could just emulate these games, but there are a lot of improvements to the game that Nintendo made themselves, so I don't think they're just straight up ROMs or ports or whatever. They're not raw ports, and they're also portable too. And most phones on the market can't really run like Wii or GameCube games well, and like the Switch could probably run these games really well. Since they're probably not going to be emulated, since they're kind of optimized for the Switch. So I feel like they run a lot better than they would if you're trying to play an emulator portably. And it's just the improvements that they made to it with controls and everything. So there's multiple reasons why this is actually worth $60, and it's actually a really good collection. Because Nintendo really hasn't shined that much light on Galaxy and Sunshine other than references and stuff like that ever since the games came out. So I know with Galaxy there was a lot of references in other games, but after the Wii era, it didn't really seem like those games were celebrated. And also Sunshine especially, because Sunshine, though it did get a lot of references in games, it really wasn't seen after the GameCube era with any signs of like gameplay of it or anything. So I'm glad that we're getting like some new light on some of these games, especially Sunshine, because Sunshine, this is basically the first time we'll be able to play Sunshine since the GameCube era. Well, I mean, I guess the Wii can kind of count for Sunshine since you could play it on there, but this is the first time it's being released after that, so that's actually really good. And another thing is, it's going to be limited time, which is my only problem with it. I really don't think they should be limited time, but there could be reasons that it could be limited time. One thing is probably, like, the worst possible outcome of this. It's just because they're trying to get, like, a lot of people to buy this game within the time, which is actually kind of scummy, in my opinion. Like, the collection itself isn't bad, but I feel like they did this for the, like, All-Stars on the Wii, where they basically ported the SNES version of it. But, like, that was way worse than what we're dealing with here. But, like, I mean, this is actually a good collection, and I don't really see that it's as much as a problem as it is with the Wii and everything like that. And another outcome, which is a little more likely than what I'm thinking, is that they could re-release these games on the Nintendo Switch after they're done doing this collection. Like, they could release them on the eShop for about $20 each. I'm not sure about 64. They might have, like, Galaxy and Sunshine for, like, $25, and then 64 for $10, maybe something like that. And they might even throw 3D Land and Galaxy 2, since those weren't included. That's the other thing that I'm thinking. Since Galaxy 2 wasn't included and 3D Land probably wasn't even thought about for this collection, I think they could possibly release them after, like I was saying, for the other games, and this is probably the best deal you can get. and the more features you can get with it. I'm not sure if they release them as straight ports after this collection is done, or still have like the updated graphics and everything. So we'll just have to wait and see what they do for that. Moving on to Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. I have some predictions for Bowser's Fury and a few other details about the game that I could discuss. So first off, with Bowser's Fury, it's a new mode in the game that we barely know anything about. So one thing we could say here is it could be a new story mode that could extend from the story of 3D World, or it could be completely separate but still have to do with 3D World. And another thing is the new world that is shown off there that's completely new. We haven't seen anything like it in 3D World before. Looks new and it looks pretty interesting, but that's probably only one part of the Bowser's Fury that we're getting. And another thing is the open world aspect that we could be seeing in Bowser's Fury, because it's not really confirmed yet, but it does look like it could be like an open world area like Odyssey. It could be maybe a couple different open areas that play like 3D World, so that can also be a possibility. And another reason why I think this is that the gameplay in 3D World on Switch is actually a lot faster than it is on the Wii U, and I think it's about 20% faster, which is actually a pretty big difference. So that could be like the characters going faster so they can move through a bigger and open environment, which makes sense. And the final thing here is playable Bowser. This one is probably the most unlikely out of the others, but there still is a possibility. Though we did see Mario there at the beginning, or what looked like Mario at the beginning, but I'm not sure what this could be. It could be like a Bowser-related story mode. Well, it's obviously going to be about Bowser, but I wonder if there's going to be like playable Bowser, or an open world, or other things like that. And another thing is the new moves. I didn't really see what move it could be. I think it could be like a mid-air roll, like what some people were saying about it, and it kind of looks like that too. Or I think it might even be like a new type of dash or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's not too drastic of a change. Okay, so now we're going to talk about Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. So, this game actually looks pretty interesting. I'm kind of disappointed that it's not Mario Kart 9, but this could possibly lead to Mario Kart 9 in some shape or form in the next couple years. And I really like the AR aspect of it. I really like AR and VR things, and this just looks like probably one of the best AR features I've seen from Nintendo before. Like, the camera actually looks pretty good quality in the trailer if it ends up being like that. But they would need, like, a really good camera if they're gonna, like, use a lot of AR aspects and stuff like that. So I'm guessing it's about the same as a smartphone camera, or slightly better. Since it's $100, probably a lot of the value is in the camera with it, since that makes AR possible. And this honestly looks really interesting. I'm kind of disappointed a little bit that there's only a few characters in the game that you play against, but that doesn't really matter since you only play as one character, either Mario or Luigi, or if you buy two, you can play as either. And it's $100, which is a little too expensive for this, but I could be proven wrong, and there could be a lot of content in this, and this really seems like it doesn't have many limits, since, like, you could basically have, like, your, like, really long tracks, or you could have, like, a track around the entire house, and you could basically have an unlimited number of tracks as long as you have an area to do it, so it's really interesting. So basically, like, every time you play it, it's a little different since you set it up differently and everything like that, and we could really be seeing something interesting with this game. And finally, we have some other news that was revealed in the Direct here, and one of them was the Super Mario AllStars for the SNES library, and I think that's a nice little touch that they did that, since, I mean, even though we got the Super Mario Bros. 1 through 3 on the NES library, these are slightly different, they play slightly differently, and obviously their graphics were upgraded and everything. So I think it's pretty interesting that we're getting those. It's a little nice touch, because it's always fun to play through those games, and I already did a video about them, so you could go check that out. And they're also doing My Nintendo missions and pin sets. So this is probably the first, like, physical item from My Nintendo in America. This is really interesting because, like, it's like a collectible pin set, and it's really similar to what we've been getting, like, 5 to 10 years ago on Club Nintendo, and I really like that. I really think they should keep that up and do things like this, but you do have to get the 3D Mario AllStars to do that, but I think it's okay because it's kind of like a bonus to getting that game, since, like, not everyone could get pre-order bonuses at certain stores, so I think that's good. And they're also doing a special, like, Mushroom and Star Splatfest keychains from My Nintendo, and I think that's pretty cool too. I believe that's just My Nintendo, they'll ship it to you, kind of like the stuff that they did from Club Nintendo, and also the My Nintendo in Japan and Europe. And some other news is the Smash tournament that they're gonna do, and they're also doing this collectible Mario pin, or, well, not a pin, but like this collectible Mario coin if you win, or if you're one of the people participating, I believe. And they're also doing a Splatfest too, as I mentioned earlier, with the Star and Mushroom. And I really think that's cool that they're doing another Splatfest, but it's unfortunate that they have to stretch it out a long time between now and then, since there's barely any between the time period that they said. There was only like 3 Splatfests in between the, between like this year and the next year. I thought they were going to do a lot more of them, since I thought there was going to be some kind of revival of Splatfest, but we could see in the future if they're going to probably do another one in maybe like March or later. So I don't know. And finally, we have Animal Crossing furniture for Super Mario. And this is what I'm really excited about, since I've been really wanting other Nintendo items in the game, since they had that in New Leaf, but they don't have it in this game. So we could see what's going to be added in this, but unfortunately we'll have to wait until March of 2021. That's a long ways away from now, so that's basically the end of the Mario 35th anniversary, so that's kind of unfortunate. I know we're going to get several updates in between then, since we're going to get the fall updates and possibly a winter update too, so at least we'll have something to look forward to in Animal Crossing before then. So what do you think of the Super Mario 35th anniversary overall? What's your favorite thing from it? And comment down below what other things you'd like to see from the Mario 35th anniversary, and what games you'll be picking up. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to check out my Discord server and follow my Twitter if you want. And thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.